I did not have to go for that timing, I just wanted that timing. I just wanted that timing so hard. Okay.
Hey,
Liddy.
Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice!
Over here. To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front.
Oh, are Lynette and...
Yep, along with most of the other members of...
So you're saying nearly the entire organization...
Since the two of you are so curious,
Hi.
perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Father, you're here.
You know... On second thought, maybe we don't need to know? It's all probably super confidential, House of the...
No need to be nervous. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only I understand. I'm well aware you've had your... As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any...
What?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in
A phantom child?
a spirit that should have long ceased to exist. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to... Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father. It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings. You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about, if you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a... Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out... Let's go.
Alright. This is gonna get very interesting. The child who doesn't exist. Curious title indeed, but one shall see what it entails. Oh, down here, okay. Yep.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Awesome!
Well, when I happen to... With this many people staying in...
Okay, well, there are all sorts of rumors about your... But now that we finally have the...
Well, you're more than welcome to...
Okay, we're going up here. Yeah. Alright, yeah, speed on this shit. I know. Oh.
Linny, you're finally here. The supplies.
Brought them with me? Hello?
It's the Traveler and Paimon.
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
One at a time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once.
Oh, it's all right! Of course!
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give.
I heard the Traveler is... I heard Wait a second! That's the... Oh, wait! Oh, we don't need something like
God.
that. Besides,
The chaos.
we don't have anything
The chaos
to do.
already.
Come on! We insist! Huh? Or
Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna
Now that's
speedrun
not a
this.
bad idea. I know you usually preferred... I was poisoned not too long ago.
Wait, but those are the... Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of some...
Dangerous suggestions.
All right,
Yes, indeed.
Fold Selwar. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion.
Really? Awesome! It's been. Yeah.
What?
All right, see you later.
Uh.
Bye! Lenny, about all that point.
Scared you, did it? When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets. Just out of curiosity. Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different Chaplot is around. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of.
This is okay. Bridge you. Up. Don't go past. Don't go past the bridge. Come on.
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two?
Allow me to.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. I heard
Of course!
Oh.
you must be pretty familiar with.
Oh, this is the.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, and there's the. After this mission.
Oh,
Is it just Paimon, or do they.
I heard that.
Oh!
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at.
That's enough, Philly.
Don't talk about.
Guess this is good.
Well, that's it.
Okay.
Well, they didn't
So-
seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here. You're right. Oh, Lenny's getting.
So I have intel that this is gonna be long as fuck. So I'm gonna be speedrunning some of this dialogue. Hope you don't mind. Yeah. But,
So, what do... well, I should probably get...
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Uh-huh. Fremine, what are you...
What?
Hey, nice to see you!
Oh,
We were just going to make some food. Were you looking for something? Yeah, we've got
some food and.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any mission. Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Tell me what's...
Maybe it'll.
This is...
Just.
something is not right. Do I have to go up? Yeah. Wait. Okay. I was about to go up, but then I just saw that.
Hello, my name's
Hi, Lenny. You can call me.
Clairvy?
It's nice. Does that name ring any bells?
No, not at all. She must be the Phantom Child.
No, I haven't told anyone.
For how long?
About.
So ever since we got to Post...
I know what I'm.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're high... You know the rules of the house.
I've thought it through. Linny, don't you remember last year? That night, while I was sleeping? That feeling of being haunted.
So what you're saying is...
Unless there are other spirits, if Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was but she's been living with us. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt.
So what's your plan then?
I haven't thought that.
Come with me.
Okay. Well, this just took a handbrake left turn into what the fuck?
Those two sure care a lot. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. No way. They have a really. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last. The darkness in the house.
I'm sorry, Linny.
Oh, really? You didn't meet... Huh? You know, When we were younger, we grew up together, the three of us. We were all... Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between... Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away. Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything all...
everything.
Well, we're all friends here.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something...
What are you getting at, Trav?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. I... just... Thank you.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan, that means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. That...
I've tried.
And?
She even came with us all the way to Poisson.
I don't know much...
Let's see here. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember...
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us.
Of course.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids.
Actual
Fist
fist
bump on
bump.
three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
They
swear.
completely... Eh? Liddy's expression.
Whoa!
Bro, Liddy's expression.
Lynette!
Hold on.
But what a surprise! What brings you
Oh
here,
my
dear
God.
sister?
Lynette looks so fucking done with everything.
And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine. You three, traveler.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear... If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything.
You're not giving... Well, I guess we're all in this. There's no time to lose.
That is so fucking... Oh my god. That was so fucking good. I'm so glad I'm... Okay. Yeah, I never do this shit, so... Shut up. Fuck. Yeah, I never do the fucking Crown's Blossom, so shut the fuck up. Animal hypothesis, I do not care about that. I don't give a single about that stuff. That one. Okay, there we go.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but
That's right. Still, when she's presented with...
Does she know that she...
I've tried to ask her, but...
Clairvy, if you've got some time...
Sure. Oh, another new fellow.
Clairvy, how did you...
Huh? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that... You're...
The roster? The people in charge. They're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Wait,
Is there anyone that can...
Perry. She's my...
Have either of you heard of that name?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy. But it seems like she's... Maybe we should... It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candle.
To where the sun can find... That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to... Lynette, try and find the list of execute Fremine. You stay in Poisson. We can't be...
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but let me think. Since...
Paimon gets...
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, of course, that's only as a last resort. If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell you too.
Alright, this just...
really hope
this has
this goes
got
well.
deep.
No.
Okay, so...
Clairvy,
So Fremine and Lynette have already noped the fuck out. This one's closer, I think. Just barely. I think, yeah, this one's closer. The other one is like at the bottom of the thing, so... Dave. Oh, hi! Okay, so your ass is back. Wait, you still have his vision, right?
It's the knave! And... child! Hey, aren't you supposed...
Oh, it's you two. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the... I couldn't have that now, could I? Not what...
What sort of unfinished...
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted... I still have so many questions for her. Without...
Oh, okay, so...
Okay, so he has his vision back.
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain...
Basically, unless Master feels there's... But that problem has an easy fix.
Paimon think...
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me.
Old man.
He
Piero?
sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrador's involved too. I'm not looking for... Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine besides. Considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries.
Arlecchino does
What a
not give a
great
fuck
op.
about the rest of the Fatiri.
one I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of...
So, dear guests of the House of the Heart,
well, right!
is that so?
Oh, well...
Huh, good question. I'd also like to...
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the...
Spoken like a true diplomat.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve it.
Wait, don't go!
Oh my god, Paimon, shut the fuck up.
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like... Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know.
And why would I...
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
What? Child is really wingmanning this right now.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
Pulcinella, I think that is.
Wait,
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster...
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even go... Oh, based on your reaction...
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of... Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth.
So the knave is from, I think, Mondstadt?
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I get...
Good. Like I...
Actually, while I was recuperating at the house, I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly...
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so... friendly. The losing party would lose everything.
They were that high stakes.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache.
Okay,
while
that
Tonya
would be
decides to
funny
dye
as
her
hell.
hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I get the picture.
And Gerald just like shook as fuck. That's great. That's great. The facial animations from the story quest so far have been fucking gold.
Well, would you look, Traveler, Paimon? I'm not sure where our paths will cross.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
I'm actually making a good
Alright.
point.
Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say...
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going to.
Oh? I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host.
To keep her
I
distracted until
really think
nightfall.
Arlecchino...
Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going.
Did I talk to him?
You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
Oh? You decide...
Oh, I wonder if Lenny ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Just for the shits and giggles.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Sure. Okay, hold on. Before I go back, I'm dunking this Sonic Troll into the fucking water. Oh, right. I forgot about that. That was worth it. That was 100% worth it. Yeah, okay. That one Sonic Troll. I don't know. That was just funny. So, I'm imagining things are not resolved, and the knave is going to show up at an extremely inopportune moment. Probably. Damn. Okay, trigger the cutscene. Or dialogue, whatever.
How did everything go?
Well, long story short,
Yeah.
everything was fine at first. She fought. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Unusual.
Maybe so true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. No. How
Good.
Really?
Well, let's see if this yields any information.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get...
we can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade. Oh, yikes. That Aurora guy...
Ah, I've met him before. The scar...
Did he say...
Well, I asked if there was some... It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked.
Wait, so...
It may seem cruel, betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we... Her name's not here, huh? Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find... Fremine...
Sorry. I managed to talk to quite a...
Strange.
Yeah. I mean, I know there...
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering some...
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also... Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is...
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. I can't say
You think she's been...
No, not exactly. She's told me about it before. Experiments.
And they just believe...
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse.
This is...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this project's dude?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the root... Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the
Wait, but isn't that...
key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. It's just that... we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan...
Okay, super complicated top
Curious.
secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking...
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the... I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we... Well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, things are interesting. Fatui planning some sort of calling. Cripple the Hearth.
Oh my god. She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Trust...
Who's that?
Look! Look over there!
Perfect.
Quick! Let's catch up with her before anyone sees!
So, okay, no, she's not that far ahead. I was gonna see if it'd be easier to just fucking do a fast travel to the waypoint at the entrance, but she's not that far ahead. Oh god, the waypointing.
Over there!
The nav meshes. The nav meshes are a little bit scuffed with Ayaka.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast!
Am I gonna have stamina? Maybe. Well, bam! There we go.
Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is. If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this... Please. Sure. Everyone in this family is nothing more than as long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, you're handed over to the doctor. You're saying... It's just... That doesn't... I knew you wouldn't believe me. Everyone thinks she's a good person. Mother? But she doesn't deserve that. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Okay, so she's talking about the
Perry.
previous knave.
Also, it almost feels like she's not really here with that. Well, in any case, she looks so young. Look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night, Perry and I promised each other, but I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She should really go talk to Mother. But we just fought. She doesn't want... What should I...
Yeah, no, so she's definitely talking about the previous knave.
Well, let's head back.
Yeah, so she's talking about the previous knave. So she's a spirit from that era of
All
the
right,
organization.
looks like we're all here.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask?
Well, we met the doctor, but...
It's possible that Father and the... We're not really on... I did hear, though, that when Father first became a heart, Father rejected most of his...
Secret experiment? Could that be...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but the details of the experiment are confidential. I know you don't agree with some...
Alright, that's good. Clairvy seems to think that... It's just that... It doesn't seem like Clairvy is... The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave...
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably... Lynette, you're with me. Fremen... All right.
Yeah, so that waypoint to the north is at the bottom of the Elgin Trench, if I remember right, which means it's actually farther away than this one. So I'm going to use that fact. Wait, is that Summer Troll here again? Okay, he's not. I was gonna go dunk him if he... I was gonna go dunk him again if he was. Hello. Don't mind the fact that I'm pushing from the opposite direction.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, perhaps if you had less on... So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some... Although I must profess to being curious.
Us?
Looks like you could have used... Don't worry.
The ocean break...
Children always think they can hide things from the grown... Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told.
Yeah, I figured that the
What should we
Navy
do?
knew right from the start.
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing and... Oh, good idea. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what... Okay, then we...
Alright. Yes, Statue of the Seven. Fuck. There we go. Alright. This is gonna get really interesting. You already know.
Seeing
you
as
already
we
know this
still
is gonna
have
get
some time
interesting.
before my meeting, I'm glad to see you get along with me.
You're not planning on...
I assume you're referring to although there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy's no matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray...
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives?
But
Okay.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guest, I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will... As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid...
But...
Ah, you seem concerned. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, All, if their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will, of course. Oh, and here, I believe this. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a...
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time. I asked you to meet me here because I have business. Well, time to go. Looks...
Yeah, this is gonna get really fucking interesting. Ba-ba. So that's what, yeah, okay, I knew there was something in the trailers. Okay.
It's been a while, I must say. I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
I understand your request.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that, of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible, most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field.
Did
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special
what would be actually hilarious
missions
is
within
if
Fontaine.
at some point
I
later
presume I can take your words
you
to
don't
mean
run
that
into
in the
Fatui
future, cases
Fontaine.
similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe. Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without... Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I
okay,
get
what's the
chance
next
to hear your-
proposal?
Indeed.
Fuck.
I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
What? Probably dissolution of the house and incorporation to the Marshal Say Phantom? As a special division.
All right,
Probably,
Traveler
yeah.
Paimon, time to go.
That's my guess. I don't know if we're gonna... We're definitely do what?
I believe I've told you before that my emotions, yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being. I do not expect an explanation as to why.
Okay, we don't know. Yeah, okay, that's my guess on the proposal. I don't know what it is, but that's my guess. It's all things considered. Dissolution of the House of the Hearth in its current state. Purifying of its constituents and incorporation into the Marshall fandom as a sort of Black Ops division. That's my guess. Let's see if that'll be revealed later.
What exactly were you talking about? Paimon only heard you mention.
You really want to know?
Lenny, Paimon really hopes everything. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, too.
Oh, shoot. Are you... Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling, well...
Oh, you don't have to give...
Please, I want to. It's my fault, really.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your...
Hold on.
Of course,
I'll take 3 papers.
Oh! Thank you. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
Actually, Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson.
Jesus, that fucking bluff.
It appears you two are under the impression that that being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have... If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite...
Wait.
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent. The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something wonderful. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay.
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
This is like serious, like this is cool. This is where the fuck are we? What? Why here? Okay. Why all the way over there? Okay. The Nameless Ruins. Oh shit. Fuck. Wait a second. Wait, that shot from the version trailer. Yeah, no, yeah, that shot from the version trailer. This is where shit's gonna go down. And I'm really close to triggering that border. Yep, yeah, this is the arena. This is gonna be the arena.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a ground. No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened here. It was before I became a harbinger. And before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house.
Yeah, okay.
Clairvy was
yeah, so,
happy here. For a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all.
yeah, so
It
previous
was a kind of
knave,
purgatory.
Purgatory?
Crucibina.
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and it's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on.
So those were the experiments. You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to...
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Wait!
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather
The knave,
cold-blooded.
Arlecchino. The
Her
present
cold-blooded
knave,
nature
Arlecchino.
allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, even with her body racked with pain. She would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother.
So
Killing her own
Peruere
flesh and blood was a line she couldn't
always
bring
planned
herself
on
to
taking
cross.
down Crucibina, but knowing that Clairvy would never have forgiven her for that. Well, as they say, one must tie up loose ends.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere, the very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, There she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed.
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient... Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time.
So if all of that is true...
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. But other times, she would hide from... Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much...
Wait! Paimon can understand what you... So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend?
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules.
Is this really...
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you... want...
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before... I do believe I've kept my end of the deal.
And now things reach a climax. It's time.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute Winnie?
I'm sorry, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to...
Huh? Are you...
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
Father!
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch.
By traitors?
Father, let me explain. We did.
Faults.
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Nantoy clearly said. Sato added. Filial was the worst of them all.
I did not!
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of we're birds locked in a cage.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo? Have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this.
We all live in the house. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal.
You've been spying on us for half a month?
Filial, Nance, I owe you both my life. I owe Claire V too. If this were any other situation, I would do.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made him. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Faults. I'm sorry, Father. We.
Chapleau, according to the rules of the House of...
All those who betray the house.
And so it shall be.
Yeah, this shit
Father,
just got real.
please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please reconsider, Father. We all come from broken families, but the truth is, none of us know what a real home should. I'm not saying I have all the answers. So please, Father.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
We're approaching the hour mark.
Lenny.
And things are going to come to a head here right at the hour mark.
I also agree with Linny.
An order once given. However...
Our weapon?
Father, are you referring to a...
Precisely. The rules, however... Resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of...
Impossible.
Well, this is where we enter the field.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Lynn and the others have to duel the knave. If they lose, those people... Don't you want to say...
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the house.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it
Here we
your
go.
all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Is it my
We didn't get
turn
that
now?
cycle. Fucking hell.
Is it my turn now? Now that's more like it.
Ring cutter. Blow my sword.
With these rising flames. the fall of darkness,
Hold the
destruction shall rise.
Embrace the ice!
Look out! Have a taste of purgatory.
Stop moving, Jesus Christ. Thank you.
How amusing.
Allow me!
Watch out for Father's movements!
So that deals a fuck ton of damage. So getting that hand
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Not
brings a
bad.
huge amount of damage.
You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outline.
Is it my turn now?
Try to pace yourself.
Phase 2. Ooh, this is okay, that skin looks sick as fuck.
Kindness has been stolen
Okay, you
away.
bitch.
My blade is all that remains.
Witness the power of Guhua.
So
Body
seem
and
like charge attack.
Now's our chance!
Over here! Whirling snow! Rest and rebuild!
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
So Hu Tao actually, his surf strings are charge attack based, which he really different.
Suntown is only the beginning.
Okay, that's the proper combination. Fuck. That's like a proper combination kind of shit.
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know. No! I'm sorry, Father!
Oh, fuck you.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Is this phase 3?
Father, no!
Okay,
Made
the battery
it
will
out, did
last.
You're stronger than I expected.
Holy fuck.
Crimson Moon. I can't move.
Just a moment.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Okay, so I've figured out actually a fair bit from that. Yeah, okay, so I think I know how I can deal with it weekly.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. Brother,
Linny!
given that I am the victor of this duel.
No!
I never thought things would end like...
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping.
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for.
Wonderful. Then,
Bottled flame.
indeed, they're the product of a secret experiment. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across if you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization. In
The
other
tonic of
words,
forgetfulness.
administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Very interesting, very interesting.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing
So, you're just...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend...
Even so, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver.
Of course.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the light.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottle. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Yeah, okay, so Hu Tao is actually gonna go really hard on that boss fight. Because that bond of life clearing
Let's go.
is linked to charge attacks. And Hu Tao's combos are charge attack based. So that actually works really well for me.
Here, grab my arm, Linny.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, this.
Clarity.
Yes, there's still the loose matter of Clarity.
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? Wait, did I...
Neither. You died, Clarevy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Oh. Huh? That's it? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. Can you tell me about it?
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so later on you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mothers. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, but you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, for the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down, but somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it.
Okay, that only covers half.
Only freedom that is earned has
Or
true
one side of the
value.
coin. What about the other side?
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled... You know, I playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom? Ah, that's where Mora come. If I had some Mora, I would... It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother? Well, she probably wouldn't... Those yokai you met, I once saw a drawing of this... Oh, sounds like you're talking about... I was always too but at the academia? I'm just kidding. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were... Oh, no. Don't worry. We were able to turn the situation around super... How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow.
Is that another cutscene? Yep, this cutscene.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon did...
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya, but a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, whatever regrets may linger. Let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny!
No, it is just Linny, not the others, just
What is
Linny.
he doing back here? Let's go.
Arlecchino's just like, alright.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas, I must admit. I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is
Yeah,
a
so the
heavy
house isn't going
responsibility.
to dissolve.
One not so
So I
easily
was wrong on that
carried
part.
by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
I'll let this play out.
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows.
Okay, that
We need only
camera
wait
shot is.
for our prey to come to us.
I mean, okay, it's
At
not
present,
brilliant, but
our imperative
it's smart.
is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration
Her
of
fingers just
loyalty shall
completely
go
clipped through the
unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
How far off cycle am I? I'm not off cycle. Actually, I'm not off cycle at all. That's good. Where's the statue? There. Okay. Just do that. The slow as shit fast forward.
Didn't Lenny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Booth d'été? Paimon wonders how they're doing.
Okay.
Maybe we should go check
I think
on
I
them.
have to drop on the location. Yeah, I do. There it is. I just forgot where it was. There.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew,
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. Oh, and I wanted to... Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him...
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crucibina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that,
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like the last time you talked to her, did she mention what?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
but I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been if Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Felix...
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
And such concludes the story quest. Yep. So that got, like, deep as fuck. Oh, I can find that, okay. So that got complicated, like, complicated as hell. But that was pretty interesting. Yeah, that was honestly pretty interesting. Ugh. Well, yeah, that was a very, very interesting story quest. I enjoyed that one a lot, actually. Well, time to do the boss fight. I guess this is also where I'm gonna end the video for the actual story quest if I upload that. Well, if you're listening to this, at least I've uploaded it. So what a moot point. But yeah. I don't know. This kind of like weird in between one recording session and technically another one is weird. But thanks for watching, I guess. And yeah, feel free to watch the boss fight. That'll be linked in the end screen. I don't know. It should be. If it isn't, then I screwed something up.